Hi guys, Sharath here. In the previous video, I talked about Jekyll categories, and in this one, I'm going to talk about Jekyll data. Jekyll data is kind of a static database that we use in the Jekyll website, and I'll show you how to use it and when to use it. In the previous video, we created this website. I renamed it to Jekyll site. It was called categories. Now in the Jekyll site, it's a normal Jekyll website. In the Jekyll website, I have some folders here. I have added images here just for this tutorial. Now if I serve this, we'll see that how this website looks like, and I will add some more HTML elements, and I'll show you how we can use a data file to simplify our code. I'm going to open this in an IDE, which is Atom. Okay, I will also have the served website side by side. That way I'll know the changes right away. Now in the index page, we have the previous data of categories, which I'm gonna remove this whole thing. Okay, so this is fine. So to this website, I'm going to add a menu. I will minimize the head tag so that you can see it at the top. I will add a menu here. I'll use an unordered list item here. Okay, this is better. An A tag. I'll call this home. And I'll repeat this 3 times. About contact. Also, I'll link this as home, this as about, and this as contact. If I refresh here, I'll get those. I'll style it so that now it looks like a menu. Okay. Line block. Also, there should be no padding. Yeah, that looks like a menu. Now if I click on about or something, it doesn't go anywhere. It's there is no page there. I'll also create a page. It's easy to create pages here. About.md. It's a markdown file. I'll have title as about. Permalink as about /about. Okay, and some content I'll need here. I'll copy the same lorem ipsum text. Okay, so I'll copy this and create other page, the contact page. Just change the now the pages are ready. Now if you click on about, it will go to a page, and also click on contact, it goes to a page. Now I may have to use a layout so that the heading will show up. I'll use the post layout itself that we created last time. Let's see if the heading shows up. Yeah, is about, is contact. That is one of the sections I wanted to add. which is menu. Now since we added menu, we may have to change the menu sometimes. In these cases we can use data file. Now I will show you how we can have all this inside a data file. I'm creating a new folder called underscore data. So this way we are telling Jekyll that we are using a data file here. Now I'll create a new file inside. I'll call this menus.yaml. The data file should be in YAML format. It's YML or YAML. So once we have menus file, we can start using this. So first thing is we'll see what is common and what is not, and according to that we create the menus here. So if you observe in the menu, li href brackets open, close, and then there is closing tags, the a tag and the li tag. So these things are common. Only thing that is changing is the title and the link. So what we want is the title and the link, the changing things here. So I'll have title on one dash. Below that, remember not to use tab here. Tab also gets you there, but use spaces and link. The title, the first one is home, and the second one is the link is just slash. I will repeat the same thing thrice. I'll change it later just to see if that comes here. I'm gonna use a for loop. So, and also I'm gonna use only one of these because one is enough, because we are using a for loop. It will loop through the data file, which is menus, and get the data out of it. For site.data, that means that it is looking inside the underscore data folder dot, which is the file menus. For item in, so you can call this item, post, or anything, any variable there. I will end the for loop here. And for, now this will be repeated thrice. Now this one is item dot link, because that is what the name is, and the other one is title. I'll just close that sidebar. Item dot title. Okay. Now if I refresh here, we say that we got home, home, and home here, because in the menus all we have is home. I'm gonna change it to about, and the link to about. I will also change this to contact, the link to contact, and that changes right away. So about goes to the link, contact goes to the link as well. Now that is one of the use cases here for menus. I will have another section where I will use 3 images and title and description to those images. I'm going to remove this paragraph here, and I'll create the section. I'll call this div.section. I'll get this a little upper, yeah. Now I'll create 3 items here. I will make 3 of them. I will separate them, some space. Okay. I will have a image inside right away. Images apple.jpg. I have these images already in my images folder, apple, grapes, and orange. I'm going to use them. And alt can be apple. I'll have a h3 with a title. I'll also have a description with I'll write something, apple salad fruit or something. So that's not important. Now I'm gonna copy the same thing for all three of them. Change this to orange everywhere. Okay, here first. Orange. Where else I have to do orange? Orange is a citrus fruit. Now here it is grapes. Used for wine. Okay. So let's see if we get that right side. Yeah, we do. If you observe, they are one below the other. What I want is, in the same row, I want them side by side. So I will create a style here. For section. So as I said before, having styles in the head section is not a good idea. You should have this in a separate file. So I'm gonna use grid layout here, but you can always use Bootstrap or something if you're comfortable with that. Grid template columns. I will have one fraction for each, and I'll have a grid gap of 20 pixels. That should work. Why it isn't working? Okay, so there is a spelling mistake there. Okay, we have it, but it's going out of the viewport. I hope I have a viewport mentioned here. Yeah, I have viewport, but still it is going out. This is because maybe images are big. I will this is an important style tag where you have to mention that the max width is 100% so that it doesn't overflow. So now images won't overflow. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Now I'll style it a little bit so that it looks better. We'll also have okay, dot item is individual item. I'll have the text aligned to center. There is a h3 used. I will change the margin to 0. For the item, I'll have a border. Dark border so that I know I can see it. Well, okay, so this is enough. I think we have 3 sections here. Now this is a good way to this is all good, but the thing is, let's imagine you want to change something, maybe a description of this. What you have to do is you have to search in the code and look for where it is mentioned and change it, and you have to make sure not to touch any tags. That's gonna be really hard. So a better idea would be having a data file with all the variables in it. That way you won't be touching the code, you'll just be changing whatever content you want. So let's see, like how we did for the menus, we'll do the same thing for this section. Now the first thing is I'll create a data file, another one, a new file called fruit section. Yeah, fruits, you can call this anything. I'll have the title first, which is apple here. And there is a description. Apple is a red fruit. there is an image, images. It's better to have the full path of the image right here. So this is it. This is the whole thing. I'm gonna repeat this thrice. Yeah, I'll space it out so that you can see it. It's not necessary. Now we have these three. Coming back here, we don't need the whole thing. We just need one. We are gonna loop through that. I'm gonna use the same thing, the for loop for item in. You can observe that I have used item already, the variable. I can use it again here in the for loop. It will be valid for that for loop, and this item will be valid for this one in site dot data dot fruits. Fruits is the file, and for. Now here the path is item.image alt, and this is title is item.title, and this is description, item.description. Now before I refresh this, it is gonna change everything. It's okay. Yeah, now we got it. Now I'm gonna change everything to what I wanted. This one I wanted it as orange, and also you can change the order here. Let's have grapes here. Apple spelling is mistaken here. Okay, grapes are used to make wine. Here grapes. Yeah, if I refresh, that came already. Orange, the citrus, fruit, here also orange. Yes, so we have it. Now the thing is, having different files here may not be a good idea if you have a lot of data. Having one file instead of fruits and menus actually makes sense. So if you observe, we have one for menus, which is this. We have one for fruits, the section. Now how do we combine this? We can actually have it in one file. I'll create another file called main.yaml. You can call this anything you want. I will have menus as a section here. I'll copy the whole menus thing inside main. I'll have another section, fruits. I'll copy everything inside fruits to main file. Now remember, I have to give some space here. Better use spaces instead of tab. So this is enough. I'm going to change in the index file. So site.data.menus, instead of that, .main.menus. Now this will look for data folder and the main file, and inside the section menus, which is here, menus. So it will loop through that and it will get it. Okay, now we don't want the fruits and the menus because we have it already. I'm gonna delete them. Now if I refresh, I have the menu, but I don't have the section because I have to change it. Site.data, I have to have main.fruits. Now it will loop through the main file, and I have it. Now if I want something else, I can have it in the same file. Now why this is useful is, imagine you are building a website for a client who is not tech savvy. What happens is, you may want, your client may want to change things on his own, so you can let them change. without giving them, without asking them to go through any code. So here, if you change anything, you don't really have to go through the code and look for it where, where something is. Now let's imagine I want to change this orange is a citrus fruit, orange fruit, orange is an orange fruit. Now I can change it right here, and that will be reflected right away. Orange is an orange fruit. Now this will be very useful when you have a website and you can have all the sections here. That way you can make your client's life easy. And also it's very useful when you're building themes, because when you build a theme, your customers may want every data to be on one file. That way they can easily modify it. A better example would be the online resume I have. This, so it has so many sections in it, but if you it's really, just in one file. And if you want to see it, we can go here, the online CV, and if you look at the data here, there is only one file, and which handles everything else. Every single detail in the whole website is just in this file. So the customers really don't have to go to the code and change anything. They just have to do it here. So that way there is a very little chance of breaking the code. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit thumbs up if you liked it, and also subscribe, if you want to watch more videos of mine. Bye bye.